Which is a loser?
This one, I think Pachu Baru છે. Pachu Baru છે ને બધા. આપણે ફરીથી બારી કાઢી છે ને.
Black lizard, Antiwa.
So, Swami, where's all the religious things you're talking about? UBS. Oh, United Bank of Switzerland.
What's the story behind
Just wait, I don't want to repeat myself 17 times.
Check.
it for Romans?
No, hold on, I'll explain in 1 minute.
Abhishek.
You realize, you applied for the license. Those are the inspectors. You make a good job of it.
What we have here... Okay, what you have here is a lion monument, what's known as a lion monument, called by laymen as the lion monument. Basically, if you see ahead of you, you see the lion there, you see the shield behind there, with the Swiss flag on it, the Swiss Red Cross. You see also that the lion's paw is over a shield, spear and axe. And the actual, you can see of the fleur-de-lis on there, the design of the fleur-de-lis. If you look just on the shield, you see a motif. It's called a fleur-de-lis. Okay? It's one of the symbols for King Louis. Yeah? The last king of France. What happened was, remember I said to you that the Swiss army is the most neutral at the top. What happened was, when the revolution took place in the 18th, the French Revolution, King Louis's personal bodyguards were actually Swiss soldiers from the Swiss army, because he knew that they would be loyal to him if they were given the command to be. When the revolutionaries came up to get hold of King Louis, what they did was, King Louis, the revolutionists said to King Louis, we're going to come and take you and arrest you. And we're going to chop your head off. But then King Louis said, no, can't we come to a reasonable compromise? Can't we discuss this as peaceful men? So the revolutionaries agreed with the king to say, okay, well, let's talk about our problems and our differences. I'll talk to you more about the French Revolution.
इंग्लैंड में लेकर तो बोटो के बाहर लेके पड़ी है।
हाँ तो बोट तो गए आता है।
हाँ वो होती है।
Half this lake is called Lake Montreux, the other half is today. No sushi, no city. No swimming for the workers. No. That's not the reason why we do this.
Relax.
No. The thing is, green, it gives a good back. Yeah, blue or green, yeah.
It's all blue nowadays.
No, mostly green.
I have green too.
Mostly green.
Blue and green is just more neutral color. हमारी बहन again. अच्छा यार ये safe.
Hotel
Safe for food.
The city is going to guide it more around. They say that Geneva is like the south of France, the French Riviera. They say that Geneva is a Swiss Riviera. This is where the Riviera is like a posh, sunny holiday climate. It's exclusive, people stay here. That is why they say that this is like the Swiss Riviera. Based around the lake. People here are all usually employed to work. Yes, it is, yes. Yes? Exactly. Yes. Useful around Geneva. And its connection with France are very obvious. Interfere with the architecture as well. Especially notice that when we go...
उड़ के आई
Estimation some 20 million refugees in the world today. And the High Commissioner for where they look after patent, copyright and trademarks. Director from Sudan, Mr. Idris. The chair here, left-hand side cut off, to draw attention to the banning of the landmines, and the chair is right there. Switzerland is not a member of the United Nations, nor is the Vatican in Rome and Tonga. European Director, Mr. Petrovsky, Ceramics Museum. The Museum Ariana, named after the mother of the donor, because the house was... And here we have the visitors' entrance to the United Nations. And on the premises, we have also 3 peacocks. When I say 3, Gandhi. All the embassies we have in our capital, Bern. Still on the left hand, founded in 1919, Director from Children at Work in the World. It's tripartite, representatives from the governments, the employers and employees. Historical moments coming up, ladies and gentlemen. On the right hand, Norway, Mrs. Gro Harlem Brundtland. I just have to stress it. Anybody who counted them? Anybody who wants German as the director? Dr. Reitzer. The Vatican is not a member of the World Council of Churches. It's only the Protestants and the Orthodox. And they were very busy last week or last month with the some 30,000 men and women coming across the border every day. They sleep in France and they work in Geneva. Am I clear to everybody so far? Yes. We are coming past the Hotel Intercontinental. Fidel Castro stayed in the same hotel at the same time. Right here now. right hand is anniversary of the World Health Organization, and of course here on the right hand side, big grey building, International Telecommunications Union, and that one being run by a man from Finland. There they look after the coordination between states regarding new telecom. You see all these international organizations so well. Airport. Any questions on the international? Quite a lot of other countries, so they're keeping the chairs there till this has been signed, and of course 1 foot cut off to show what flowers and plants from all over the world. Very mild climate. No snow in the winter in town, and always sunshine in the summer. World Trade Organization ahead. Italy, and I'm mentioning the directorships to give you an idea that it's not one nation running the United Nations organizations, but different ones each time. No, the United Nations building up there belongs to, used to be private property during the last century. One of them belonged to the founder of the Rolex watch. Does Casanova mean anything to the Indians?
No, but we knew what he did.
Casanova, do you have Casanovas in India?
Yeah, there's one.
167 kilometers all around and 310 meters at the deepest. It's 45 miles long, 1,000 feet at the deepest, and all around 104 miles. It belongs to France. On the other side, further up, we drive into France. So 3/5 belong to Switzerland and 2/5 belong to France. The mountains you see all around us now, or on the other side, really, they are all in France. Right-hand League of Nations, founded by Woodrow Wilson in 1919. Now they have renovated it, finally decided what to put in there, and it's the High Commissioner for Human Rights, right there. You can see people over there swimming, left-hand side over there. Peculiarity, one side for families, one section for men, and one section and hotels here, left-hand side, amusement park. Right-hand side. The hill. Now, we are driving past a huge monument management did. So he said, well, if it's like that, I'm going to tear up my will. Luckily he didn't. Not for 3 years.
Interview between you two.
Now he wasn't. I know all about this. He didn't like alcohol. Apparently he didn't drink a drop of alcohol during his life. And when he died, he wanted to be embalmed. And Protestant Geneva had no idea what to do to embalm people. They had to get help from Italy. So what did they do to preserve the man in the meantime? Put him in a bathtub full of kirsch alcohol. Put stones on his tummy to hold him down. There's a big question in town. Right-hand side. Right-hand side, the end of the lake. The river Rhone runs out here down through France. And on the little island there, on the right-hand side, under the lake, or not under the lake, under the water, we have a parking as well. Left-hand side, we have a national monument to Stirling. As you have the afternoon free, you can the fountain. It shoots out 500 liters of water per second at a speed of 200 kilometers an hour. 460 feet high. 8,000 gallons of can size right now. That's Geneva's idea of a country house.
Give an idea of a country house.
Now this is Geneva's rose garden. 10,000 roses, 200 different kinds, and hands up for the ones who want to go for a little stroll for a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes. Yeah?
જવું છે બારે બધાને? તમને ગમ્યું?
नंतर काढ.
એકલો નહીં લો બધા ઊભા હોય એકલા લી પછી લે
और कहाँ लेना है?
And they were around here naturally. Julius Caesar wrote about Geneva in 58 before Christ, hence the year in Geneva's history. 1536, Geneva adopted the Reformation. And what was the Reformation, you might well ask? It was a split within the established religion, second canton, and has remained as such ever since. Now you will excuse me a second, I'm just showing all over the wall over there, that's the Natural History Museum of Geneva, and behind we have a clock museum. What do you get for 30 million Swiss francs? You don't even get the time, because with a watch like that you would keep it in the safe. It was made in Geneva.
That's tradition also.
After you paid your doctors and your lawyers, you have no money left to go shopping.
Where are they all going? My pets feel extra flimsy yesterday. Are you can we check out? It is a church. Yes. It was built on that one country brown. That house up there that they are beautifying, up the corner there where they're renovating, that used to be Geneva's prison. 20 or 30 years ago, now they built a new 5-star prison outside. Take your pictures and then you come along here. No, only right now.
Oh, nice place to stay.
Yes. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Then it was turned into an arsenal, and now you have the archives upstairs. The mosaics here, 3 periods in the Geneva history. The Romans coming up 2,000 years ago there, 58 BC. During the Middle Ages, the Reformation, Geneva opened in 34. Anybody interested in the story?
Yes.
A month ago he stayed for 2 hours. 4 years ago he was here a whole weekend. Political meeting, but not a state visit. So I was thinking, I must get the attention through those things. How do I get it? And the housemaid tells me, this is the inside. Oh,
That tower there goes back to the middle of the 1500s, and for the ones who feel energetic, I'm not mentioning age, the ones who feel energetic can run to the top. I'll give you 1 minute. No stairs, just a ramp. We have concerts here in the summer. Beautiful concerts, very cozy setting. Geneva government, as we are in the dark, I might as well go through that now, is in that has been for 500 years, Geneva government. So there will be for another 500. But it's of 7 lives. During the Napoleonic Wars, they stayed 15 years. So they left. In December, the 30th of December, the ones who live in England can know how cold it is. The 30th of December, they left. Yeah. Well, you might be down there in a second. Are you comfortable? I know you're
Well, I'll break the record next time. It is an easy record to break, right? What is it? It's no matter.
I finished my turn.
Can you make people? Not
Geneva University behind you there. The first botanical garden in Geneva before they moved. Oh, no! Look it! They give you a heart attack. The wall here, I assume, has not much interest to you. It's the monument to the Reformation, and it doesn't really mean much. I'm not holding it against 1602. I know it isn't yesterday, 1948 or 1947, 47. We go back to 1602. That was the last time Genevans around us, but it used to be the Dukedom of Savoy, the Savoy Hotel in London, for instance. The dukes went on to be gold. The next day, they needed 3 men to move that cupboard back again. Having said that, in the 15 and 1600s, apparently the women of Geneva loved a fight. I could just see them in their long skirts and the daggers up their pockets or whatever in the front line. Anything going on, the Geneva woman was right there. And the bus is right over there. Let's go. I hear tummies rumbling.
That's not Cromwell. back the camera a minute.
Natural color,
That's the private banking. Look, that's the banking. They will take all your money and deposit. Both banking.
Very good, thank you.
Well, I just wondered why.
I'll tell you why they suggest the Lido, because it's easier to get to. Then the Champs-Élysées and you stop off and drop off. And because I'd rather go to an authentic Parisian cabaret. It is the better of the two. It is much better. And it's proper. The Lido is compared to Moulin Rouge. I'll show you plenty. It'll be very easy. That's if you want to go back to the hotel. If you don't go back to the hotel, you can leave this at 6:30.
I personally would prefer.
That has to be agreed to by everyone.
Exactly, which is not fair on those who aren't going to this, who aren't going to show afterwards. Okay? The show after 9 o'clock starts at 11:30. Yeah? 11:30. So you can't get back. You can get dropped off, but you can't get back with the coach. So on the return leg of the journey, we have to get the taxis organised or a minibus organised.
The metro.
Or the metro. Let me get up at 1:15, you've got to get to the metro in 10 minutes and then get to where we're staying, which is not exactly close.
Where you feel goes with changes.
That's the problem. What I say is the other way, the problem is one way of doing it. If you want the coach to pick you up, drop you off, take you there. Even though I've got a reservation number, which means I have Saturday. We go up from 11 to 15 people. The problem is Alex can't do the driving if we do the later show. The earlier show, then he can do the driving. Obviously, we have to give him his money and the diesel money and the coach money as well to do the driving around. Okay? So what we're suggesting is that you can get a minibus sorted out as well, and you can get limousines sorted out to go to see the show. You come to an agreement. I'll be honest with you.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he's saying.
The Lido, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not taking you to any old cabaret. Okay? When you look on anything as far as Paris is concerned, you see the Eiffel Tower, Champs-Élysées, and as far as my experience is that the Moulin Rouge is the better of the two shows, and you'll see why. I'll show you why as well. Okay? You haven't confirmed, so let's ask him.
What time is it?
Disney, early morning.
Just opening our school.
We leave Disney by
So what time is it?
No, what time do we leave in the morning?
Saturday morning.
6 o'clock, sorry, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 is Saturday. This is normally open around 7 o'clock.
Parisian cabaret show. It is not a cabaret show, it is the cabaret show in Paris. Yeah?
I mean, my impression was Friday will be costlier than Saturday.
No. Later one, right?
Nobody.
No, but it's not that nobody's there. A lot of people are still there. It's just that it's the people convenience sake like an earlier one. You know?
All the English go at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Because they like to get into bed by 11:30.
They might
And the
have 7
Indians
o'clock.
get up at 11.
You could also once you finish like
Fantasy effects have been introduced by extending the cataract and later infamous for instance to bury in the garden mode shows at 10 p.m. at midnight. Admission 670 francs with dinner and hostess private class.
it's just the Moulin Rouge. I'll be honest with you. The Moulin Rouge is better. And I've got better contacts in the Moulin Rouge than the Lido. You've got to stand in the middle. It's a
इतना ऊंचा पैसा कर ले गए
It worked. And at 7:30, please bring your luggage downstairs to reception. The earlier we leave, the better your tour of Paris will be. The later you leave, the worse your tour of Paris will be. It just has to be perfect. So we must leave on time tomorrow. And the timing perfect हो जाए निकल तो मैं कहीं घुमा सो टाइम 8 कलाक घुमाई 1 कलाक घुमाई तो मैं समझी जाऊँगा. In Paris, if you lose half an hour anywhere, you can go to. Tonight, pack your bag. आज रात में तुम्हारी bag में सामान वो तो मुक्की देते हो. काले सामान सुनी रखता नहीं. Do not leave your packing until बहुत lucky days. you my address. I live at, if you know in London, you heard of you heard the map, haven't you, the mile? At the end of it, there's a big house. કોઈ જે તમારી ગમે ત્યાં મોડા થયા કે અહીંયા વેઇટ કરી કે ફલાણું કરવા કે તે કરવા ગયા શોપિંગ કરી આવવાનું અને છેલ્લો ટાઈમ જે આપી તમને એ ટાઈમ આપણે ઉપરનો ટાઈમ છે એટલે ડુ નોટ આવવા નહીં મળતા કે મારે નીચે પહોંચવાનું 6 વાગે કીધું જવાનું છે એટલે 6 વાગે નીચે નહીં પહોંચી જવાનું. And they obviously want to get around and they'll be trying to get out at the same time as we are. So we have to leave a little bit earlier and be everywhere on time. I do allow time for traffic, so I will not lose time anywhere. Roughly usually there by 4 o'clock. It's about a 6-hour journey tomorrow. And obviously you want to stop off on the way for comfort breaks. And again, comfort will leave you behind, because anywhere else I would do. But when you're 500 kilometers away from Paris, I leave you behind. I'm sure you don't be paying £150 to get to Paris.
You got it.
લગભગ 6 રસ્તો છે ઉપરનો છે એ ટાઈમ ઉપરનો છે મોડા નહીં પહોંચતા તમે. This is the only time I get serious on the way to Paris. After that, I'm back to my normal self. I don't get angry, I don't get upset, but I have to make this point very clear. So if I offend you in any way, if I'm talking down to you, I do apologize, but this has to be said. Some people do take offense, but I'm sorry, I have to make it as clear, as frank. તમે વાત કરું છે રીતના તમે નાના કે રેટ ટેકનોટ ખાલી 24 વર્ષનો છે ને હું કેટલા મોટો થઈ કેટલા ઉંમર છે મારી કેટલી ઉંમર થઈ ટોટલી મને આવી રીતના કહી છે રીતના ખરાબ લાગ્યો હોય તો હું ઈચ્છા બીજું ક્ષમા માગું છું મારા ઘરે પણ મારે રીતના કેવું પડે એ તમે સમજી શકો કે શું કામ આપણે કરવું પડે રીતના ટાઈમ એટલે ટાઈમ મોડા પહેર્યા તો તમારે ગુમાવશો હું નહીં ગુમાવું.
American, you're not going to do so. Now you got to straight on into a bit.
पानी के बीच में ताकत वगैरह ऐसा एकदम क्लोजअप लेके धीरे धीरे
I've got plenty.